welcome to Crissy's Clucky Chronicles. And today, it's been a while. Well, it's been a couple of months since I've done a greenhouse update. So, as you can see, we've got a few little things that survived. But when we had the first little storm that rolled through, you know, the first little hurricane, we got a lot of wind and a lot of rain. No damage per se, but back here in the back, it knocked over everything. Then a squirrel came in. Actually, I think it was a family of squirrels came in, and they ate the rest of my vegetables. So I don't have anything to report as far as crops. But thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing, and just follow along on this crazy, wild clean up the greenhouse today. And what are our plans, and what are we going to do for fall and winter? So I love frogs, and we found this little fella. Well, he's not little, he's kind of a big fella. We found him and we relocated him, trying to get him away from these chickens, because if the chickens see him, they have a field day with him. So I put him in one of my pots, see if he wanted to eat some bugs, and he just acted like he wasn't very happy. So anyway, all right, Mr. Froggy, you're so cute. Yeah. You go do your little thing, okay, buddy? Go for it. Anyway, I've just had a mess in here. I haven't been able to come in and clean up. We've had a lot of stuff. So it takes a lot of time to work in my greenhouse. I save every pot, as you guys know if you've been following along. Now this lovely citrus baby is doing really, really well. I've got to put some fertilizer in it. There is a marbled salamander that is living in that pot, so I want to get him out. We put him in here for safekeeping. He loves it, so I want to get him out and put him somewhere else where he's going to not be fertilized and potentially harmed in any way. So we've got that going on. I've got a lot of stuff where the squirrels came in and, well, they just ate up things. They ate up a lot of stuff. Things that have to be repotted, potted in bigger pots, watered, so on and so forth. So that's what we're working on today, is repotting some things. I've got to get larger pots. All of this dirt in here and everything that toppled over was from the storm. Now you see we've got a new sundew, and these are the Venus flytraps. Even they were kind of messed up a little bit, so now I've got to care for them. Other than that, we're going to, you know, water things, repot things, things that are survivable. We'll do that. And I think the squirrels have gotten in back there in the back. They have dug out mounds and mounds of dirt. They tear up everything. They've just knocked over my broom and just done a mess. So hopefully, now that it's getting, you know, well into fall, close into winter, we will be able to deter the squirrels. But it looks absolutely horrific in here today, and I just am like, oh man, all of this stuff. But we're going to work on it. This should take a couple of hours to get things swept up and cleaned. I have a brand new aquaponics feature that I'm going to add in here, and it's probably going to go over that way. I'm probably going to start closing the windows in here from the outside so that we can retain more heat. What is this on the back? Is this a snail? Oh no! Oh no! No snails! We don't need a snail. Anyway, so let me put you somewhere else, buddy, because I don't need you in here eating on anything. We're having a problem. Okay, relocating. Let's put you in here because I'm not cleaning this pot out just yet. There you go, buddy. Have fun. Enjoy life. Okay, so now I got to take a break because it took all 5 of us to move that down there, and as you can see, that ripple, one of the tacks or some of the tacks came up off of that, so we've got to flatten it, straighten it all out, get all the stuff ready to rock and roll, and then I'll have to have a plan to put things underneath, which will probably end up being moving the worms and the mealworms back here, because we're fall and wintering things over. I've got to repot the nanner tree, as we call it, banana tree. It'll go into this great big red pot here. Everything will have to be fertilized and watered today, but so far this is where we're at, and this is what we're doing. We're still cleaning and sweeping. We've got the windows closed. I will typically close the windows during the fall and the winter, so things can heat up a little bit as things cool down. This thing is really fabulous for maintaining its heat, and I have thoroughly enjoyed this greenhouse. Like, I can't even explain to you how I've enjoyed it. The sprinkler system, it's still up there. You can see it right here. It still goes. We still will sprinkle and wet things. What I'll do to get rid of the dust and all this stuff is I will hook it up. I will turn it on and let it just saturate everything in here, and then all of the moisture and the mist and everything will be contained inside. And then when I move my things in here, my plants and things, and I've still got stuff that I'm working with, like my olive trees, my citrus trees, and when they get too large for this, I'm going to probably look into a high tunnel and move things to a high tunnel. The issue is where to put it, but we'll figure that out when we cross that little bridge. It's not quite there yet. It's got a little bit of a ways to go, but so far so good, y'all. We're making some big dents in it. Now I gotta go take me a little break, check on the little keats that are hatching, and I'll come back out and we'll move some more stuff. Every time I turn on this camera, you always have something to say, Denise. Anyway, so there we go. We have repotted into some larger pots. We're getting ready to do some deep watering the roots. We've trimmed up and fixed the banana plant. Sorry for the glare. Olive tree is in a bigger, larger pot. Everything else has to just be watered, and we've put some fertilizer at the top of it. See our mess out there? All of that has to be cleaned up before nighttime, and with the time changing and it's getting darker earlier, it frustrates me to no end. I'm putting some stuff just for holdsies, keepsies back here, and we will be storing stuff underneath those. I'm going to use those as little storage bins along the bottom, and we are going to make sure that we have things that need to be repotted, potted, and just trying to figure out what do I want to do for the winter, what do I want to do for this late fall, and figure out what seeds I want to do and what pots I want to do it in. Yeah. Everything looks kind of bare and like, oh my goodness, what are we going to do next? Well, next we got to put the rack in here, and I think somewhere over here on this side I'm going to put my aquaponics. That way I can tap in and be closer to a plug and closer to the water supply on this end over here. So we're going to just kind of move around some things and kind of navigate the inside of this. Now that this is in the back where it probably should have needed to have been the whole entire time, it's here, so now we don't have to worry about it. All of these things are pretty much where they're going to stay for right now on this side, and I will put the rack where it needs to go. Onward, moving onward. More greenhouse antics. Fun times. Wow. Have I made a dent on the outside? Yeah, I think I have, but the inside is just wonderful. It's just glorious looking compared to the mess it was before. So let me show you what we've done. Obviously repotted the nanner tree. It ain't really a tree, but you know what I'm saying. It's a nanner plant. We've done that. We've kept this one in the large pot. It's a citrus, I think lemon, lime, something like that. I've got 2 extra pots here. I've not decided exactly what fruit or vegetable I'm going to put in there just yet, so I just bought those pots. They were on sale for $5 a piece, so I went ahead and got them. The kumquat tree, that's doing fairly nicely. Looks good. Still in the same pot. I don't think I'm going to repot it until probably next year. Now this right here is the aquaponics stuff. We got it from Vevor, whatever you want to call it. I think it was $67, $70 with tax and shipping. We've got our bucket down there. We have not hooked it up yet because I'm still looking at the directions on what I'm going to do as far as vegetable planting and different types of seedlings and planting and stuff that I'm going to do there. I think what I want to start off with is doing the lettuces first. If the lettuces do really well, then we're going to go for it and see what else we can do. I'm going to order from aquatics or aquaponics place, whatever. I'm going to order from one of those places, probably get me some good plugs, and we're going to probably work that way than seed, I guess. I'll figure it out and I'll show you guys along the way. Now over here I've got my little teeny tiny potting bench. Fun fact, this right here used to be part of my old piano, my very first piano that I learned to play on. It's just parts of it now. So it's got parts of it. Of course it's got little legs and things, but these are parts put together from my old piano, childhood piano, which is no longer here anymore. It was disassembled years ago, but I do still have a piece of my childhood here. How cool is that? So we have our supplies and things here, extra buckets. I don't like to store metal buckets outside. They're in here. They're the decorative ones. Here, because it's getting so cold now and it'll be warm inside the greenhouse, we do have our worm bucket, and this is our mealworms. The collection tub at the bottom, that's being cleaned out, and then we will put the collection tub back under the bottom again so we can collect the actual mealworms and dry them out and feed to our babies. I have nothing else really put under here because the light, as you can see, it's getting darker out. I think I'm going to have to finish this particular project up tomorrow, but I do have a couple of plants right back here that the squirrels did not eat, which is sad because I only have 3. They didn't touch the citrus or anything like that, but you know, it is what it is. Lemon tree, repotted. It seems to be doing fairly well. We have my oldest, who loves to work with carnivorous plants. He's very good at planting Venus flytraps, sundews, different types of carnivorous plants. This is his area, all right here. This is what he works on, so that's his. Olive tree was repotted here. And again, Mr. Nanner. And it's still kind of messy out here, but I can work on that tomorrow and get that cleaned up. I really don't like the grow bags at all. Whatever the stuff that I put in them, I don't know what happened. Stuff just choked it out and died. So I think I'm going to dump that dirt out into my compost bins, pack those up, and figure out what I want to do with them, or just give them to somebody who needs grow bags or would like grow bags. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Ooh. Well, I feel a lot better about the greenhouse being cleaned out, and we're getting some things done. Very small projects at a time. Now tomorrow I have to dig up some bushes and some plants because we've got plans for the front part of our property. I can't tell you what that's going to be right now because it will completely ruin the surprise. It is what it is. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for joining us and loving on our little family. We do appreciate it. And next thing, I think I'm going to tackle the aquaponics thing, kind of show you what it does and just take you along on that little journey too. Oh, and remember, I'm here to encourage you guys, so don't think that you can't plant anything. If you don't think you have a green thumb, look, I don't have a green thumb either. It's not green at all. So there you go. Join the crowd. But if I can grow stuff and get fruits and vegetables and things like that, I mean, come on, you can too. Even in small spaces. You don't gotta have a greenhouse. This thing right here, this Vivor aquaponics thing, you can fit it inside your garage, your living room, wherever. You can fit it anywhere you need to. And it doesn't even have to be 3 tiers. If you don't need 3 tiers, you can use 2 tiers or whatever. Okay? So I'm encouraging you to grow your own stuff. Grow your own plants. Grow your own flowers, vegetables, food, whatever it is. If we can do it, you can do it. So there you go. Anyway, I heart y'all great big. Don't forget to sign up for the newsletter, okay? It's monthly. It's not going to bug you. I don't bug you with stuff like that. Go sign up for the monthly newsletter. Go check out the website at CrissyOshow.com. And I heart y'all great big. And we will see y'all later. Did you fart in my greenhouse? Ew.